Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. Welcome to Chit Chat with QT. The views that I express are my own personal opinions and reactions for research and commentary, and everything is alleged. Join me while I discuss hot topics, reality TV, celebrity news, and more. Please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. Child, Dr. Martin Luther, Maurice King, had a dream last night, and he woke up and made a video about it. So let's get into this video, guys. So you guys know, for those of you that watched my video earlier, I released Maurice's video that he released regarding YouTube content creators. So I did want to do a follow-up to that because I really wanted to sit back and wait and see if the other content creators felt as I did when I watched that bullshit. And that's what I'm going to call it. Now, game will always recognize game. And I didn't want to come out to make it appear that I was hating or anything like that. And after watching a couple content creators' videos, and I do have a couple more to watch, I want to give my thoughts on what they said regarding the bullshit that Mr. Maurice put out. But here's my question. Some of these content creators are GOATs. They've been out here for a couple years. What made Maurice decide to come out now and give his praises to YouTube content creators? Now, my personal opinion, someone that's been very supportive, very authentic when it comes to supporting content creators on YouTube is Miss Melody Cherie. We know that, we see that, we've seen her take a whole day and give out interviews. We've seen her time after time allow YouTube creators to join her on her lives. And as I mentioned, it's been very authentic to me. But this shit here that this Negro put out, number one, who gave him the list? Anytime you got to read off of a list, that lets you know, number one, it's not organic. It's not people that you've watched and people that you really support and people that you really appreciate. Who gave you the list? And I think, my own personal opinion, someone put a battery in the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville's back when it comes to YouTube creators. Because make no mistake about it, we are the driving force when it comes to getting folks to talking about these reality shows. That's Love and Marriage Huntsville or any other reality show. A lot of YouTube creators are also on Instagram, also on Twitter, also on TikTok. And from what I can see, YouTube creators are the reason why they trend the way that they do. That's why they had a whole segment last year about content creators. So first of all, shout out and kudos to everyone that was mentioned. To those that weren't mentioned, keep doing the damn thing. Because when I started my channel about 6 months ago, I said that there is one thing that I will never do, and that is hate on any other content creators. Number one, everyone has their own style. Number two, everyone has their own opinion. Number three, they have a right to come out and put it out, their content, however they see fit. So keep doing the damn thing, guys. But here is my question. How is Maurice going to name his award the Funky Daniva Award? Doesn't make sense to me. And I've seen Marceau give shout out to Funky Daniva, rightfully so. Because if it wasn't for Funky Daniva, and this is just my personal opinion, Marceau wouldn't have had the success that he has when it comes to black champagne in a bottle. No one heard of it, wasn't nobody checking for it, but due to Funky Daniva mentioning it on his YouTube videos, that's how a lot of people even wanted to try the black champagne in a bottle. So I get Marceau mentioning Funky Daniva, but Maurice, come on now. Now don't get me wrong, Funky Daniva is a great content creator. And I've also witnessed Funky Daniva shut folks down for doing exactly what Mr. Maurice is trying to do. And that's insult folks' intelligence. And I was so glad, like I mentioned after watching a couple videos earlier, that I wasn't the only one that was feeling this way. Because I was watching Bondi Blue and she hit it right on the head. She said that was some passive aggressive, and this is my word, shit. And it was very passive aggressive. Then I caught Color Me Pink, and she was honored to be a part of Maurice's selection, but she also wasn't feeling him saying that he didn't care for her calling Martell's wine incest. Now, we all know that that's been a running joke since Martell released that wine, and believe me, no one is saying that about his grandmother. Nobody. But you have to admit, when you look at that bottle, incest is kind of the first thing that you see. We all know that. We all know that we've read comments of people feeling that way and content creators feeling that way. But what got me with Maurice is when he told her, and hopefully you'll change that by next season. Man, who you think you're talking to? Kimmy? And Color Me Pink said, I'm not. But Maurice wanted to throw out a few names to smooth folks over for next season, or to silence or shut people up of how they may be feeling right now, currently. And one day you may get favorable commentary from content creators, and the next day you may not. I just gave Maurice his props during part 2 of the reunion when he did say at the end of how, considering what Kimmy is going through, that he thought that everyone on the cast should be able to let the small stuff go. I agreed with that. But that don't mean that I'm not going to chew his ass up and call him out on bullshit, which is what I'm doing right now. And what's the prize, Negro? You had this big award ceremony. What's the prize for the winners? And there's a whole lot of names Maurice could have named it. He could have named it the Linebacker Award. He could have named it I Can't Remember If I Went to Atlanta or Not Award. And he definitely could have named it the Gaslighter Award. And look, it is a good feeling when you are mentioned or you're able to talk to some of these reality personalities. But you also have to see their intentions. And for me personally, Maurice didn't wake up and make a 15-minute video out of nowhere. He sat down in his pinstripe suit while at the office or while at Scout or wherever he was and said, hey, let me make this video. And in this video, I'm going to give praise to some content creators, and I'm going to shade them, the majority of them in the process, and basically tell them how to do their damn job. And I see what he's done as nothing more than an attempt to get YouTubers to be on their side going forward. And judging from a lot of the comments that I've gotten, a lot of the comments that I've read on other content creators' channels, it seems like the majority feel that way as well. Because I'm going to say it again, where did this come from? Like Bondi said, how you going to review the reviewers? But you guys drop down, let me know if I'm tripping. Did you find that authentic with Maurice? Or did you find it a little insulting? And look, it would have been cool to me had he not. Well, no, I'm not even going to say that because, again, who are you to give an award? Like, seriously. But had he not put in, oh, and they need to be less objective, and hopefully she won't say this going forward. And it's like, dude, what? So, yeah, guys, drop down. Let me know your thoughts. I will have a video coming up regarding Destiny, Tisha, and Miss Coleslaw. So you guys make sure you have your notifications on. While you're here, please make sure to like this video, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. Chat with you guys soon. Bye.